Hello, this is part 4 of our tutorial. In the previous lesson we showed how one can use the append placeholder call to append content to an existing template. In this lesson we deal with rooters. We are going to create a home page and an about page for our site to show different content. You can use an existing project and just update it, however we just wanted to start from a blank template. We will fast forward a little bit. We have created a page that looks like this using the Abstract Designer. As you can see, we have a hamburger, a toolbar title, a spacer, and 2 buttons. If you have been following, we are sure how you can do this via the Abstract Designer. We create the home and about page by adding 2 new code modules. We will call these View Home and View About. These should be code modules and not class modules. We will also create a folder structure inside our project, so that we can save related contents together. Let's move the views to the folder we have created in the project. Now let's write the code for the view and link it to the vuetify code instance. We need a reference to the app instance. Let's declare a variable to hold that reference. Next, we define a variable that is an instance of the Vue component. We will add this to the app routers. The initialize method will be the entry point of our component. Here we create the component, and then define the user interface. The name of this component is about. If we don't specify a path, about will be the router path that will be used. After the component is fully built, we add it to the vuetify code instance. You can explore the MealPrep app in the demos about using routers. Now let's create the about router. When executing, these will just show headers. We want the about view to be the starting point of our app. Let's update the path to be the root. We have created the pages, let's add them to the app. We do this from the pgindex code module. This will call the initialize subroutine for each view we have created. Both of these pages are blank. We need to create the user interface for them, and then feed the user interfaces to each page. On the baseline layout we created with the abstract designer, we need to add a router view inside the V container. For the About and Home buttons, we need to update the two attributes, as such they won't use a click event this time. When the Home button is clicked, the root page of the website should be opened. We also update the About button, this should go to the About page. The names we use here are the names we specified when we created the router pages via code. Now, we need to create the user interfaces for each view. Let's open the abstract designer. For both these layouts, we will just have a H1 with text to indicate which page we are in. We save the layout with a unique name. We copied the VAbout layout and then updated its structure to ensure we don't have duplicate element names. In the previous tutorial, we saw how we used append placeholder. We will do the same here. This will help us inject the layout structure to the template of the component. We load the VAbout layout to the placeholder and append the placeholder contents to the component. We do the same with the home view. We load its user interface. So far we are ready to run our application. As indicated before, the run process transpiles our code to JavaScript. This is then published to a Laragon web server, and then our browser is opened. Our website is opened on the root page. We navigate by clicking the button. This covers part 4.